Greetings. I haven't been on YouTube Live in a nice little minute. I'm trusting that everyone is flowing. I just got off of Instagram and I figured, why not come over here and go live and chat a bit? The energy be different on the different platforms. So, um, for today, I was prompted to do a little bit of Wellness Womb Wednesday. And I literally had the thought that the phase that we are going through in life right now on a global scale is kind of like the menstrual cycle, right? Where it is the shedding of the uterine lining, right? And with this process, it is allowing us the space to release the things that are no longer serving us, right? And a lot of people say that. We all say that. So what came to mind was when women are on their menstrual cycle, that is the indication that, they are not with child. So when we are going through this universal menstrual cycle, it is letting us know that we are without um, the conception of low vibrational energy, right? Things that are not serving us. Because I know this could be kind of a touchy topic first time, so I want to make sure that I didn't. I'm being mindful of the terms that I use. So yeah, going through this shedding, right, where the old earth, the universe is shedding and releasing, and we are being purified in a sense, right? So whatever was left up in there, the remnants are coming down. They are being released. They are being let go. And we just had a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Libra full moon, right? Moon was in my odds, right? Venus just came out of her retrograde, right? So a lot of things that we were unsure on, or not even gonna, yeah, unsure on, because retrogrades represent like a slowing down. Things are put under a microscope, right? When retrogrades happen. So all of the things that, that outside of the retrograde we may have been suppressing or not tending to, those are the things that are like, hey, look at me. I'm over here. Tend to me, right? And coming out of the retrogrades, like there's always a massive release. Okay. So I did a meditation on that on my other page, She Speaks, right? But when it comes to you, although we've moved out of the Libra energy, it's still potent, right? That energy is still here, right? Because now let me see where the moon is currently in. What day are we at? So the moon should either be in Capricorn, right? Capricorn is that earth energy. Let me verify before I just go on my tangent. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what the current we're in a waning gibbous. So that means the moon is going from dark to light, right? So it's going from the feminine energy over to the masculine energy. Okay? And a lot of the stuff that we just experienced was, stuff that may have been in the dark, may be things that we've suppressed, or may be things that we didn't take too much notice of, because we have lives, we have our everyday lives. Some of us have children, we're working, we're entrepreneurs. There's so many different aspects that that are at play. So again, when retrogrades happen, that is the time to let us know, like, hey, yeah, you got to tend to this, and you have no choice to. And one thing that I want to say is that we must get in the habit of doing the work and allowing space for, excuse me, doing the work and allowing space for things to just dissipate naturally instead of resisting the flow, right? Because us resisting the flow creates so much, creates those horrible tower moments, right? Tower moments are necessary, right? Things have to, old foundations, old structures, old systems have to come falling down, right? But we have the power to allow these things to happen naturally. And that is when we go with the flow instead of um, resisting the flow. So the moon is in fact not in Capricorn, but it is in uh, Sagittarius. So Sagittarius is the archer. It is that the knowledge seeker. That's the one that's gonna go after, is overly ambitious, gonna go after what they desire. Right. That is the occult knowledge. Right. That is the, yeah, the way I taught the children is like, with when them being an archer and they release their bow, like they're going for their target. They're shooting, for their target, and they're hitting the target, right? I'm reading what it says. With moon in Sagittarius, you have an optimistic approach to life, and you believe that things will get better even if you get in trouble. Listen, in my last live, I just mentioned something along the lines of that, because it is imperative for us to be able to. I just heard, don't worry, be happy, to be in a space of knowing that even if shit is hitting the fan, if it is falling completely apart, that is okay. That's a part of life. So many of us have this ideal of, things being perfect and not, um, in this structure. Things are supposed to be forever, but that is not the true rhythm of nature. Nature is showing us all the time that things are changing, right? That things are not staying the same, even when they are the same, but they're still changing. You know what I'm saying? It's just a new form. So things have to change. So do not rob yourself of, you know, enjoying life, enjoying aspects of things, right? Because you are in a mindset of, still holding on. And then I just saw the womb again. So when it comes to letting things go and letting things flow, again, we're in this massive cleansing of releasing, doing the intentional work, sitting with our shit, sitting with ourselves long enough to sitting with ourselves long enough to feel, right? To not to try to rush the process, because oftentimes we don't want to be in the discomfort, so we just try to rush the process, and then that sets us back, and that also creates that massive tower moment. So when we talk about the wellness of the womb, right? That sacral energy, the the vibe of making the connection, doing a womb meditation, right? Rubbing some oils on yourself that connect your that heal your womb, something that's going to activate, working with crystals that are centered around the sacral energy, right? Allowing space for the shedding to happen, and tapping in enough to know when to pause, knowing when to create, when to take up space, when to retreat. When we are not in alignment with our assignment, right? When we're not standing 10 toes down on our pyramid, we create space for unwarranted chaos to happen because, I mean, we cannot stop things from happening. That's a given. But sometimes a lot of our inability to tap into ourselves is the it's the product. It is the result of us not being able to tap in. So I'm gonna pull some cards. So I trust that if anyone gets to this point, that if you are here, this reading is for you. The first card I got is the Nine of Cups. We're talking about that sacral energy. It's reverse, right? That good old sacral energy, right? So that's highlighting the need of transformation. Do not allow yourself to stay stuck and stagnant in old emotions, right? Nines are about endings, transitions. We often become so caught up in things ending that we forget, right? A lot of us weren't even taught this, that an ending is not the end all be all. There may be a void, but everything, even when you look at the trees, you look at nature, when the grass dies, right? It's still gonna grow again. There's maybe a void period. Once winter happens, right? The leaves fall. It goes through a void period. It doesn't mean that it is void. It doesn't mean, sorry, it doesn't mean that it is without. It doesn't mean that it is dead, right? It's in its I just heard incubation phase. So I might have to look up incubation. I think I know what the term is, but in the incubation phase, in hibernation, right? So in that phase, when we should be transforming, when we should be transmuting, when we should be allowing ourselves to go from one process to the next. Do not allow yourself to be stuck, right? Manage your emotions, tend to your shit, tend to your emotions, allow space for growth, for breakthroughs, allow space for downloads, allow space for those aha moments. That is what it has given me. Okay. So when it comes to your water energy, that feminine energy, your womb space, don't still be holding on to what happened in 1999. There are plenty of people out here that are credited, that are here to support and do the real work and helping you to release. I myself personally am facilitating a womb healing circle, okay, on April 27th. It's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be live on Zoom. We're going to do a burn-in and release ceremony. We are going to set our intentions under the Taurus new moon. What is it that we want to, um, what is it that we are walking into? What are we having the audacity to call into our lives, right? But we have to go through that menstrual phase and release some stuff that is tied to our wombs, so we're able to get there. Let me get another tarot one more time. The Princess of Swords, right? The princess is about, she's a beginner, right? She's a newbie, she's an initiator. So allowing yourself to go on a new journey of the mind, right? New way of thinking, new way of showing up in order for you to balance the hearts and the mind, right? In order to balance the two, that Libra energy just had a powerful moon within that, right? Allow yourself to be open to releasing so you can make space, so you can have balance between the heart and the mind. This is innovative, new thoughts, new thought processes, getting out of the old way of thinking because our thoughts are tied to our emotions. You ever think of something, you get pissed off, right? So allow yourself to open up to new. Okay, look how she's looking there. You got dragonflies there, and then she's levitating a scroll, right? That's some wisdom right there that she's ready to tap into. The dragonflies represent the ancestors. And with this womb healing circle, it's about us tapping into an ancient practice with a modern day twist. So if you want to know more about that, if you're here at this point, go ahead, shoot a message. Let me know. I'm here. Let me know. So yeah. I'm on that new foundation. Let's do a badass oracle. What is your badass oracle? We talked about our emotions, them being all over the place, being gentle with yourself. I will not be an asshole to myself. If those emotions come up, if those fears come up, if those hate, envy, jealousy, insecurities, if these things come up, do not bully yourself. This is a time to nurture yourself. This is a time to really show up for yourself. This is a time to hold yourself, right? And if you need to, seek outside counsel. Everything is already within you, right? You know how you want to be talked to. The way that we want others to show up and treat us, that's how we should be showing up and treating ourselves. We cannot expect others to do more for us than what we do for ourselves. That's just insanity, right? So changing the way you think, emotions about stuff that you've done in the past or whatever may be coming up. Allow yourself to sit with it, but you don't have to be mean to yourself. When life knocks you down, get up and say you hit like a bitch. Oh, watch out a little bit. You feel me? When life knocks you down, get up and say you hit like a bitch. When these things, when these situations are happening, just know that the first thing that wants to come to mind is it could always be worse. It could always be worse. Because most of the times when we get out of our mind and we stop allowing these narratives of what we think should happen instead of realizing that the divine has a say, you'd be like, oh, that was not bad. It was not that bad. I was over exaggerating. So with this is giving me knowing that it could always be worse, but at the same time, you were built for this. You were fortified. It's not always as bad as we think it is. It is strengthening us. It is refining us. Think of it as us going through an attunement, right? We're a car. We're going to the shop and we're getting a tune-up. We're getting a new filter. We're getting some new oil, right? That's what that process is giving me. Don't question the universe and say, oh, that's all you got, because they're gonna come a knocking. Oh, you thought that hit was soft, right? But it's just being in a space of knowing that when you get knocked down, unless there is no more life in you, you always have the choice to get back up and know that things are not happening to you, they're happening for you. So you can grow, so you can expand. You're not a victim. You are not a victim. Let me get a message from my angel. Oh, angel. You're my angel. know why I heard, I like the way you receive me. Girl, I love the way you release me. What song is that? Come on. In between the sheets. Hold on now. Don't be trying to get in between the sheets if you got this little low vibe energy going on. I don't know who that's for. So it says you have a special bond with animals. Your pets on earth and in heaven are watched over by animals. So whoever this is for, tap into pay attention to the animal totems around you. Know that you have a strong connection. Know that if animals are attracted to you, if you keep seeing a specific animal, look up the symbology behind that. Tap into why that is coming up because there is significance. Remember, the universe talks to us in a multitude of ways. It depends on the way that you were paying attention because there's always signs. It's like, oh, we got our attention. Time out. You've been so busy taking care of everyone else's needs, but now it's time to stop and take care of yourself. What did I just say? Take care of you. Oh, where we go? No blur, no blur. Take care of you. Allow yourself to pour into yourself. I just said this earlier. You cannot expect for others to treat you the way that you do not treat yourself. They are a direct connection to the lack of love that you have for yourself. So we have Shanti. I am the angel of peace. I bring you new tranquility and a smoother road ahead. You will get to that. You got the sword energy out, the princess, right? The page. She came out, letting you know this time to be adventurous. It's time to allow yourself to bring yourself out of this. You are divinely cared for and taken care of. So we're going from this to this, okay? But you have to show up for yourself. No one can do this for you. Shanti is bringing new tranquility, peace, and a smoother road ahead. If you feel like you've been going through the mud, you just said you hit like a bit, right? And now the tables are about to turn. You're about to be met with some greatness. You're about to be met with peace, with love, with kindness, because you opened yourself up to it. Because you allowed yourself to sit down with yourself and take care of yourself and watch the abundance and the miracles that flow in after that. Like, stop playing. Stop playing. So, African Goddess deck. Not African Goddess deck, not check. Is that what I need to pull? I'm going to pull that one because I said it. All right. So, from the African Goddess deck, what we got? Oh, Alchemy. She is in the upside down, so it's saying pay attention. You have, what did I just say? You have the power. You can turn shit into a garden. You can turn chaos into peace. You can turn hate, jealousy, envy into love. You are an alchemist. Look at her upright. Look at Ra hitting her with abundance. Nefertiti sitting there looking flawless. Look at her abs. She's fit and on her. You feel me? 38. 3 going into an 8. That's 12. Brings it back to a 3. Communication, right? Creativity, collaboration. Allow yourself to be in a space of transforming. Do not resist the change. Do not resist the change. Ooh, wrong one. 38, not 28. I'm going to read it from the book. The book. All right. Nefertiti was a legendary Kemetic queen whose name means a beauty has come. Celebrated as a goddess and her husband's equal. Queen Nefertiti led a spiritual revolution, worshiping Aten, the sun god. It is time. You turn everything that life throws your way into gold. You are on the path to fulfilling your purpose. You are an alchemist. You are the power to bend universal energy. Dare to transmute lead into gold by shifting from fear to love. Everything you desire exists in some form of loving energy. Match this frequency. See it in your mind's eye first. Imagine I am loved fully. What does it look like, taste, and smell like to be loved unconditionally? I am happy and healthy. See it. I am a money magnet. Speak it, declare it, write the vision, make it plain. What does it feel like? Everything I touch turns to gold. On page number 77. That's spirit talking right there. Spirit talking right there. Let's get one more. One more. Uno más. One more card. Hop out on me now. Sometimes you gotta pop out. Sometimes you gotta pop out. Grounding. Okay. So watch it. So watch it. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce that, but that's what we're going to leave it at. Grounding. You may need to do some grounding. Go out, hug a tree. Put your toes in the grass, right? Allow yourself to become one with nature. You may be too up in your head. I just heard, don't let it go to your head, no. That song always comes to me when it comes to being too mind in the head, although it's like a dating song. But with that, and it's card number 3. It's communicating to you. It's the grounding card. It's about the Arita, right? Your root chakra. If you are feeling like your safety, your security, your stability is being tested right now, the card just said that everything is going to work in your favor because you have the power to transform it, to turn it around, turn that frown upside down. Alchemy, you feel me? You see that? Alchemy. Yeah, allow yourself to ground. I'm going to read the book on this one as well, number 3. So this ancestor is and Venus. Wow. Hottentot Venus. So she is associated with Sarah Bartman, the woman forced to perform as Hottentot Venus. Protect your magic. Your heart is your own. Your body is your own. Your mind is yours. Your truth and story are your own. Be rooted in your truth. Create healthy boundaries. Your energy is unsteady. Breathe. Come to the present. Say out loud, I am here. Trauma causes stress, overwhelm, anxiety, and fear. Disconnect you from your body. Grounding keeps you present. When you feel rootless or unsettled, come back to your breath. Meditation and breath work are grounding. Try earthing. Connect your feet to the soil. Free riding, clapping, stomping, and rubbing your hands together are all grounding. I am firmly rooted. I am firmly planted and deeply rooted. Baby, this on page 7 too. Wait a minute. And the other one reduced down to a 3. Oh, the 3s is out here and the 7s. And the 7s. This is good stuff. Tap into your intuition. Tap into your womb essence, your womb energy. Okay, we're going to get one angel card to close it out. And that's it. So if you made it to this point in the video, I love you. Thank you for allowing me to hold space for you and to share space Aurora, you are flying high right now, which may threaten others, but don't descend because others will soon become inspired by your example. You are taking the lead, you are setting the tone, you are the example, you are the prototype. I just heard Andre 3000 say, you are the prototype. Look at you taking flight. Don't allow yourself to be weighed down by those unhealthy thoughts. Don't allow yourself to be weighed down by not balancing your emotions. You have the power to do all of that, to rid yourself of that. Okay? I love you. Peace.